Yo, what's popping? Are we live? Yeah, we live. Coming to you live directly from the inner sanctums of what we come through. You know, it's the 2 minutes of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and be wishy-washy and not wanna say what I want to say because I do a lot of cussing. I'm sorry. But let me get some real stuff out the way. Hey, check this out. This is the issue we talk. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Again, I say this all the time. I don't know why I don't know those by heart, but I don't. But I do know this. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. I will start a censored introduction. I am Lily, the maestro of the business, the cigarette smoking, joint toting, beer drinking, dick slanging, bad bad mofo that you know right now. I am with my be all, do all. If it wasn't for her, we would not have this podcast right now. I give all praise to my co-host, Lindsay.
Oh, that's so sweet. Hello, everyone.
We are missed, but we are proudly missed because she is living her life, doing her thing. The rookie of the year, Breezy Breeze, she is gone, but I'm going to give her a shout out because she is a part of this coalition. And with this trifecta popping, we're going to keep this thing working.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
2 minutes is over. What the fuck is going on, everybody? How's your health? How's your wealth? I am so glad to be able to come to you on this perfect Sunday. We normally do it Saturday, but I went to Comic-Con with my baby yesterday and we had a full fucking blast and spent money like, yeah, shit. Like, we spent money on pictures that it sounds absurd, but we did it anyway because we were at Comic Con, goddammit, and it was a great fucking time. Lizzie, what have you been doing?
Well, it was my godson's prom yesterday, so shout out to him.
Shout out to the godson.
Yeah, so he had to get clean one time. He was super clean. He had the red bottoms on. They was busting. We had to do pictures and boomerangs and stuff. So that's what I did yesterday for the most part.
That's fine.
And then try to get get some last minute things together for his graduation next month. So
Oh, so it's back to back. Shout out to godson. He back to back hard.
yeah. So he has prom. That was last night. He got graduation next month, and he's going to KU. So
Okay. He gonna switch sides, but it's all right, man. We bigging up our kings, man. You know, as long as you get that education, but know that education, because sometimes they whitewash it. So know your education. Read those
I
books, for real godson.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so it's gonna be a pretty fun couple of months here coming up. So um, but yeah. Outside of that and working, that's all that's been going on over here.
It's been
How
good.
was
You said what, cuz?
how was Comic Con?
Comic Con was awesome. Check it out. I took me and Jasmine's Aunt Bebo. She went with us. She accompanied us, and we didn't dress up this year. Um, but our beautiful Aunt Bebo, she she has colorful hair. Like, she keeps different colors in her hair, and like, she got so much praise for just coming in with her blue and yeah, black and beautiful. It was purple. It was blue and purple, right? Black and beautiful with her blue and purple hair. Oh my God, she damn near got a standing ovation by all them white folks.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about she got so much praise, she got shit for free.
Oh
Motherfuckers
wow.
was giving her shit.
Yeah. That's dope.
Listen,
That,
I've never felt proud to be in the presence of a black woman in Comic Con like that until that day. I only went once before, but I'm just saying this was one of the greatest days. Like I'm proud when I walk with Jasmine, but this one was different. Like it was like damn near throwing rose petals at this lady's feet.
Right. She's your queen to be.
They had people in full outfits coming to her, just telling her they love her hair.
Oh wow.
That's it.
I need to see a picture.
You know, did you take any pictures, Jasmine? You know what? I didn't even take any pictures. I didn't even think about it. But I can show y'all. I could take a picture of my Aunt Bebo because her hair. That's how she likes her hair.
Yeah.
So I take pictures of Aunt Bebo and I just send them through like that. She just a proud, beautiful black woman.
Yeah. That's
and
dope.
Like, her confidence alone, like she had a nigga trying to slang her D in that motherfucker, and she totally passed that shit up.
Oh wow.
This author, he's an author. By the way, like this nigga wasn't no city worker. He's an author. He got a whole booth. He is in there promoting this shit and selling this shit out of his shit. By the way, it wasn't a nigga who was just like nobody was there. He had a crowd around him. He made his way to stop what he was doing, talk to my Aunt Bebo, and give her 2 free books.
Oh wow.
That's if I'm lying, I'm dying right now.
Yeah, that's dope. So did he pass his number in one of them books too?
I kept on saying he should have, but baby got his Jasmine got his website and all that. She said she gonna hit him up.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, because he probably paid.
Oh yeah, man. He had dope ass pictures up with him, Brock, you know, showing off his books and like nice suits like this. Yeah. This was a real catch.
Yeah. You definitely need to follow up.
Yeah. And like he sought out my Aunt Bebo. My Aunt Bebo seen the books. I'm gonna tell you how fate works. I don't know too much about how niggas want to do anything about how the world works. I'm gonna tell you how fate works. We walked past this place. She was stuck on this place. She said, "I want to go back there." Jasmine was like, "Do you want to go there now?" She said, "Nah, I'll wait." So we did our own thing, and then we doubled back over there. And when she doubled back over there, she was looking at a book. This one little single white lady was like, boom, hey, check this out. You shouldn't read that until you read this one. And I'm going to give you, and she gave her the book and she said, that's yours. That's for free. Read that first and then come pick up this book. And while she was talking to the white lady, the dude straight up was like, hey, come over here. Hey, I got something to show you over here. Come on over here. So she moved over there. He gave her a whole spiel about his book. Told her how he was writing this and writing that. He had a chapter in the Wakanda book. He gave her the Wakanda book for free. And then and then the book that he recently wrote, she paid for it, but she only paid for it because she liked the nigga conversation. Because he would have gave that shit to her for free too.
Oh wow.
She gave because he was saying that the book don't come out till next week. But right now, while he's signing autographs, he'll, you know what I'm saying, she can just sign for the autograph. And the autograph is like $15. So she signed for the autograph, got the book for free.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that sounds pretty cool. Excuse me. That sounds real cool. How often do they do the Comic-Con? Like every year?
Every year. It's been stagnant for the past couple years because of the pandemic.
Yeah. Okay.
But this year it was cool. It was cool as a motherfucker. I seen a couple good cosplays.
That they be coming like all the way decked out and that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've seen them downtown a couple of times, like in the past. Yeah, like it's a complete event. But that's dope. I'm glad y'all had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. I was glad that we were able to be a part of it, and like I said, Aunt Bebo was able to get like, you know what I'm saying. She didn't even show up in cosplay, and she just got front room treatment. Like,
Did y'all show up in cosplay?
You said what?
Did y'all dress up?
Nah, we didn't dress up this year. Next year we're gonna dress up. I had the idea of who I wanted to be, but so much circumstances and things happened.
Hmm.
I didn't even end up going there, so we just went.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool too. I'm sure it ain't that many black people there, is it?
You know what? You'd be surprised. It's a couple black people there, but how can I say this without being disrespectful to folks? Um, it ain't a bunch of hood niggas like me to go to Comic Con, but there's niggas that's there. At the
Okay.
same time, I know what from the last time me and baby went to now, what we try to do is find the black artists and the black vendors because we want to give them money. It was a great artist there
Hmm.
that was black. He had great material. What ended up happening is I spent way too much money on everything else and I didn't buy anything from him, but I did get his card. Like, cause that's what it is. If you're a person that's in the anime, comic books, the cartoon that you grew up in and loved, it is so many vendors that out there that have so much shit that you would love. Like as far as nostalgia with like trinkets and pictures and just like items of posters and think you're gonna end up spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, because I was buying. I know if pictures 30, 50, $70. We buying this shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's cool though. That's cool. I haven't been to nothing like that. So I'm
Oh,
sure
cuz you gotta go. Uh
yeah.
uh Jasmine said next year we're gonna try to invite just everybody. We just gonna like, you know, uh see how many people wanna go, get the money, get the ticket, you know what I'm saying, get everybody's money, get the tickets. We gonna try to make sure I like it's for everybody. Planet Comic Con is for everybody. If you ever had a cartoon that you love to death, you need to go to Comic Con. It'll surprise you
Yeah.
how what you will see and how much you will love. If you love video games, you need to go to Planet Comic
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she'll put me on the list because I'm open to seeing new stuff. So I'm not die hard into video games and stuff. I think the last thing I bought was, well, I didn't buy it, but it was a Wii. That's the last thing I had. So
Con. There's just so much. This get prepared to walk
yeah, I'll wear
because
my
yeah, you're about how are you gonna walk up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down because you're gonna forever see something different. I know what I'm saying. Every time you walk up and down, up and down, up and down, you're gonna continue to keep walking up and down. And then, like, if you're a person that wanted to see somebody, because they be having special guests. So if you like a diehard Power Rangers fan, sometimes they'll just have the Green Ranger there. And if you want to have, you know what I'm saying, sit there and do a meet and greet with him, you just pay the extra money, sit there and meet and greet.
yeah, yeah. That sounds pretty cool. You know, it's sound like it's a great environment for people to just completely fan out.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And then, like, baby, she likes the subtle costumes. Like, she like the people that can just like put something together and look like an anime character. I'm the same way, but at the same time, I love the people that's like so elaborate. Like
Yeah.
it was a husband and wife, and I'm only speculating, a husband and wife and a little kid that did the Legos people, and they
Oh,
looked at very fucking dope. Now
yeah.
it could have been a husband, it could have been a brother or sister and a nephew, but
Right, right.
either way, the shit was so fucking awesome.
Hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
could tell they put money in their costume.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely enjoy it. So yeah, put me on the list for next year.
Bet you there.
But
Hold on. Disclaimer though, for
uh
anybody, because I'm gonna have to go to some disrespectful shit. For anybody who laughs at special needs or handicapped people, turn that shit down. Turn that shit down one time and just and let people rock because you're gonna see some shit that you might laugh at because you think it's funny. But these people trying to have a good time. Don't disrespect them. I did that. I had to stop myself, and I'm not even being funny or nothing. But this is gonna be a funny situation.
Mm.
I seen a wheelchair and like this like husk of a man like rolling this wheelchair, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like I'm trying to figure if this is a cosplay or anything, and I realized nah, this is just a dude that was just like head to torso and nothing else, and like rolling down the strip, you know what I'm saying, in his wheelchair, putting it with his little robotic arms, like to tell the wheelchair where to go. And I was like, oh shit, you know, I'm a piece of shit for like even questioning why the fuck is this shit here. I'm like, damn, I'm wrong for that. But you
Yeah.
know, they live in that type of world, so they got every right to be there.
Right, right. I can tell. I mean, not I can tell, but I can understand that that would be an environment that they would feel most welcome.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I just looked at it like, what the fuck? Like I was on some dumb shit. And then when I realized what it was, I was like, damn, I'm going to hell. I am so sorry.
Well, maybe not hell, but hell adjacent.
I can do hell adjacent.
Yeah, I mean, you did correct yourself.
I did. I did. I did.
so, so yeah, so let's get into these topics. All right. So the first one, God, oh, yeah, I'm not crying.
Lindsay is going to what I go through every year. It's called allergies, people. For some
Yeah,
strange reason, Lindsay has lived somewhere where pollen has not been kicking her ass. Pollen kicks my ass everywhere. So welcome to the goddamn party.
yeah. I'm glad that we figured it out after I didn't been to doctors and all it took was a 2 minute conversation with you to figure out.
Exactly.
But anyway, so yeah. Okay, so last Sunday, of course, was Easter, and a lot of people took pictures with their family on Easter. And one of those families was Gabrielle Union Dwayne Wade's family. They took a family photo. It was them two along with their daughter together. I I can't I can't remember how to pronounce that girl's name.
I'm not gonna do that. She don't even like her parents, so I'm not gonna act like
Yeah. She yeah. Earth is too ghetto for her. She is not
yeah,
impressed.
she ain't fucking with. She is
No.
so mad that they took her here. Like out of all places to take, like get me out of this peasant ass fucking world.
Okay. Like I'm ready to go to Mars. I'm done. So yeah, them two with the daughter they share. Then his son, his oldest son with his girlfriend, and then his trans daughter with her trans boyfriend.
Yeah,
So when I initially saw it, it was the family photo, and I was just like, oh, okay. And I didn't know that the trans daughter, her name is Zaya. I didn't know that her boyfriend was trans, but I was zooming in and I was like, well, he kind of looks trans, but whatevs. Um, then there was a picture of Zaya and her boyfriend kissing. And I was like, that's a bit too grown for me. That is not something that you put and encourage on the internet. So, for me, has nothing to do with her being trans. Um,
no,
Not at all, because there's no way that at 14 years old, my mom would have been okay with a picture of me kissing my boyfriend. So,
that's sad.
um, yeah, and I get like people are like, oh well, people were doing much more at 14. I wasn't, but I do understand that people
I
Like,
was, but we wasn't taking pictures of the bullshit.
right, right. Like I understand that I'm different from the norm. So there was probably a whole lot more people doing than not, but doesn't make it okay, you know. And I understand that like you want to have like good communication with your parent. You that's supposed to be like the first person you come to when you start having those type of ideas and urges and all that kind of stuff. I get all that. And you can still have an open communication with your parent. You can still talk to them. You can still be open with them. They can still be accepting of you. It just ain't got to be put on the internet. Like, that's a bit too far. Or it still ain't got to be a picture of it. Whether it get put on the internet or not, it still ain't got to be a picture of it. So, and you don't have to do that in front of your parents. Like, there's no way on God's green earth. I probably wouldn't do that now at my grown ass age in front of my parents. Neither one of them.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Me and Jasmine has been together for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
She can't tell you a time that we just really had cuddle up, kiss time around my mama or her mama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
No,
this shit.
never. That shit don't go down. We
Yeah,
respect. We respect the boundaries.
yeah. Right, right. And you respect their position, you know. Like just we was brought up in an age where you doing stuff like that in front of adults was disrespectful.
Exactly. Even
You
as grown people, we're well into our 30s and still do that.
know? Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, um, I'm gonna let you finish because I'm
No, I'm pretty much done. I just my point. I mean, my stance on it is that it was inappropriate. Her being trans and him being trans has zero to do with that being an inappropriate picture, and it should not be on the internet. But yeah, your thoughts?
okay. I got two thoughts, but I'm gonna speak on my first
Okay.
one. And my first one is this. Again, I'm gonna piggyback off Lindsay. I don't care what you are, what you do, whatever you choose in life is what you choose in life. But there's always respect and boundaries for everything you choose in life. At one point, we have to understand that certain things become a spectacle, and it shouldn't be. Um, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade's daughter, transgender daughter, should not be a spectacle. And like, it's cool to do the whole thing with your little friend that you like so much and your little boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, because everybody goes through that, and it's cool to have those type pictures. What is not cool to is overstep the boundaries of the age that they are. They're 14. We shouldn't have to see pictures of them the 14-year-olds kissing. We know it happens. I was a 14-year-old boy. I kissed a lot of 14-year-old girls. I'm not gonna say that that doesn't happen, but that'll never be a family photo, you know.
Yeah.
And to do that, to exploit what y'all say that y'all transgender girl is going through, it's starting to be more propaganda than it is awareness. And that's what kind of makes me sick to my stomach about it, because I get you being those new age parents that are allowing your children to explore what they need to explore and go what they and go for their feelings and their emotions, and do what they need to do to grow. I totally 100% feel that. What I don't feel is you putting it on display
Yeah.
to be exploited,
Yeah.
because this causes a explosion of people that have their opinions, people that are talk down to them, people that are downright disrespect them, and they don't need that in their life. You're dealing with a transgender male and you're dealing with a transgender female that are just trying to grow into this. You gotta understand that they're 14. I know motherfuckers who are transgender that didn't come out until they were damn near 30.
Yeah.
So imagine what they're going through.
Yeah.
You can't put that on display like that. You can't make them show horses. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy because they still have to live a private life.
Yeah.
Another thing, my number two thing that I want to speak on is um, we might need to look at how this plays a part in how society is moving because um, again, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's transgender daughter has a transgender boyfriend who used to be a girl. So
Mhm.
that means those endorphins and those feelings for a male and a female are actually still there. So if they're still there on that accord, we probably should not be privy, excuse me, to the lifestyle that they're choosing to live. Because they're 14, maybe they'll be a whole different type of being when they're 28, 29.
Yeah.
But we got to speak on that. Like everybody is allowed to do what they want to do and say what they want to be and claim what they want to claim. I would never take that from anybody. What I'm saying is we probably shouldn't cast judgment on what we see kids doing because it could definitely just be a sequence or a phase in their life. I'm not saying that uh, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's son, or excuse me, transgender daughter, uh, will now continue to be that way, nor the boyfriend won't continue to be that way. Only thing I'm saying is that if the endorphins are the same, that we like each other, how we like each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we like each other because at the end of the day, I am a boy, you are a girl. When it's said and done, we shouldn't be involved in that. We got to back off and and let them people live their life. We should not have any type of rebuttal or issue with that.
Yeah.
And the thing that grinds my gears, like Family Guy, the shit that grinds my gears is everybody want to put their opinion on it, and I don't. I know what I'm saying. I'm looking at the situation. And I'm like, damn, just let them kids live their life, and
Yeah.
it shouldn't be on display.
Right.
Like if if they put my 14 to 17 years of life on display, oh, they would question why niggas think I'm a hood nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I was a weird comic book, anime, uh, fucking grunge music, sadist music. I didn't. I was definitely not what you thought a nigga would be, or the nigga that you see right now. You would definitely not see um this guy if you knew who I was at 14.
Yeah.
But I had to grow.
Right. 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 I mean, same here. I was in the hood listening to No Doubt. You know, I was listening to Nirvana. So people would be
Yeah,
like, "This is weird."
everybody had their own way of living. Like right now, Dwayne Wade's transgender daughter has her own way of living,
Mm-hmm.
and we shouldn't keep exploiting that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Like it's a line that is like being stepped on if it's exploiting or if it's just making aware. Because you can be loud and proud of your kid, going through this journey, having their back 1,000%, but you don't have to exploit it.
Yeah,
And it's to the point, and this is getting to that point. Like I get your kid wanting to be trans, and I get you coming out saying that your kid is trans and that you support them, and then I also expect the hate to come with it.
yeah,
Then I also expect for them to be like, "Fuck y'all, this is my."
exactly.
all that. You know what I'm saying? So I see where you're going when if it was just like 100% accepted, it probably wouldn't be out there as tough as they put it out there. But because of it not being 100% accepted, I can see where y'all put y'all middle finger up to everybody, and I'm gonna do it more. I'm gonna put her out there more. If she want to be out there more, I'm gonna put it out there more. I'm gonna talk about it more. Like, I get that. But when
But
we
what
start,
did she ask for?
right, I think she wants to be out there. I think that's her. But my point is that instead of being her 100% advocate, sometimes you got to step in and be her parent and be like, this is inappropriate. Okay, fine. Like, I understand that y'all are together. I understand that people do way more at 14 than probably what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all doing, but here, let's have a safe conversation about it. And this, we're not gonna post this picture. We'll post a family picture. We're not gonna post this picture. Like, see, that's where I feel like it's just going too far, and it gets to exploiting. Because like at that, like what are you proving by putting up a picture like this? Like, what, like, we get it. Your kid is trans, got a trans mate, and y'all are accepting. We get that. But putting up this picture is just inappropriate. It's just inappropriate. And that has zero to do with her being trans. But
Nothing to do with it.
yeah, yeah. But I feel like, which I've seen other people say the same thing, that this is kind of like giving the people that do have a problem with her being trans something extra to talk about. You
Bro,
know.
I love that you said that because I'm gonna piggyback on exactly what you said, and I'm gonna do a full role reversal for everybody.
Yeah.
Because what I really want people to understand is we got to stop thinking kids are our best friends, and kids are our or sometimes our outlet to not to get out the immature shit that we could never do. I'm gonna kill this shit in this conversation right here. What if the roles were reversed? You know, we're making this big acknowledgement because um, uh, Zaya is a transgender girl.
Mm-hmm.
So let's kill that. Let's say Zaya was actually Zaya, born a regular girl,
Mm-hmm.
and had a cool little boyfriend at 14, and you decided to take a picture of her kissing her 14-year-old boyfriend, you would have a definite problem with that.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
let's do that. Let's make it make sense.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's very fucking inappropriate.
Yeah.
And so let's end that because everybody wants to do this feud and a lot of people want to make the stigma of these are transgender people. So like for some strange reason, these weird ass niggas, and I'm gonna call y'all weird ass niggas. These weird ass niggas want to make it seem like gay people are ruining the community. That shit ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
This is morals and content. You don't let a 14-year-old girl kiss a 14-year-old boy, and we are literally seeing the same thing, but just gender reversed.
Right. Right.
So make it make sense.
Right.
Like you wouldn't do that. If Zaya was a real girl, Dwayne Wade would have said, "Nah, he ain't kissing my daughter."
We're not gonna say real girl.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Excuse me. If
We're
she
still learning
was
that.
binary accurate,
Yeah.
then Dwayne Wade would have had a problem with it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Like,
let's you know what I'm saying? Let's call a spade a spade.
and then just case in point, he didn't post no picture of his son, of his older son, kissing his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. See, but that's a whole nother ordeal I don't even want to go into, because sometimes when I get into this vibe and
Mm-hmm.
I get into this mood where when I really want to talk about Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, um, sometimes I really do want to say out loud that a lot of things that we're seeing Zaya go through, it's because Dwayne didn't get to do it. And I'm not gonna dwell on that. I'm gonna just stamp that right there. But I mean it from the depths of my soul to the fucking follicles in my toes.
Oh that's a whole different conversation
Yeah,
for another day.
but it's fucking true. You watch interviews. He had one interview stuck me down. I'm talking about it struck me in my chest like a vampire. I said, "Oh,
Yeah,
this nigga is living his life through Zaya.
yeah. And then some of the revelations that Gabby Union has said.
He's living his life through Zaya."
Yeah. Yeah. So
Shout
the
out
people
to Zaya because you a really unsung hero, and I really want to say, man, like, listen, I don't, because I don't want to disrespect your family or anything. You know, the Wade family is a great family. If you look at the demographic of what it is and how they're helping build up change, they're a great family. But sometimes I really want to say this, Zaya, start speaking out more. I want to
yeah,
hear your voice about things.
yeah, yeah. I can get behind that. Because you don't. I mean, you don't really see her talk hardly at all.
Exactly.
You know. So
I want to hear your voice about things.
yeah,
Because then that'll set clarity for me. Because right now, sometimes things get jumbled. Uh, um, People like me who think in the old way, sometimes things get frustrating because I don't have a real answer. I want to hear from you.
hmm yeah, right, right. Because you just let they just letting the parents talk. And I was watching this other show. Uh, it's on Fox Soul called TGIF. We talked about it on the last episode. This
Yeah,
show. So they talked about this and they brought up an interesting point because they was like, okay, Gabrielle is the stepmom. Where's the real mom and how does she feel about all of this? And I was like, that's a great.
well, you know, she got a cease and desist order. She can't speak on them kids.
She can't.
Nah, she can't speak on them kids.
I thought she couldn't speak on Dwayne Wade.
Nah, she can't speak on the Wayne Wade or or his progenies. She can't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they
So
that shit that they settled, she ain't got no rights no more.
so does she even have a relationship with the kids?
I don't know if I can't speak on that. I don't know. I do know that, like, nah, when she did that whole campaign, oh yeah, them lawyers shut that shit down quick. She don't got no rights to that. Full custody to Wayne Wade. I don't know if they get weekends or nothing, but he had full custody.
Yeah, I know he had full custody, but full custody versus having no rights is two totally different things.
It's another. You say that, but it's another thing for Zaya to be who Zaya is since the age of fucking 9, and her never to have a word. They've been had a gag order on that bitch, and not
Yeah,
to call her a bitch. I'm just keeping it
yeah,
general. I'm looking at logistics as far as the judicial system. If she ain't said nothing, it's because she couldn't.
yeah. Right, because I would have been saying something by now. So I want to know what the hell happened to where it's that bad, or what did he just have better lawyers?
He had better lawyers.
Yeah,
He had better lawyers, and it probably was a situation that I'm extremely making this shit up. But it could have been a situation where, you know, during their little court shit, Zaya wanted to walk around in heels, and he got his ass whooped by his mama for that. And his daddy said, "This is what she do to my kid for not expressing himself." And of course, he's gonna eat that shit up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, so yeah, this whole the whole picture thing we're not in agreement of, but live your life. It's just unfortunate all the other BS that's going on in the life. So, but yeah, so that's that. Um, Next up is all right, Black China versus the Kardashians. So to make an extremely long story short, um, godly. Hopefully, anybody listening is not living under a rock because this is a really long story that I'm not gonna go over. But to start with the lawsuit, she's Black China is suing the Kardashians, more specifically, Kris Jenner, Rob Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, and Kylie Jenner, along with the network. She's suing them because the show that she had with Rob when they were together, Rob and Chyna, they did season one. It was greenlit for season two, and then abruptly canceled. And the Kardashians slash Jenners, they had a heavy influence on getting the show canceled. So because of that, she is suing them, and they started trial this past week. Um, were you able to catch any of the trial?
Yeah.
Okay, so um, Black China got receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts. Huh?
I'm gonna let Jasmine sit in front of me. I'm gonna take a break.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so Black China got receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts. Hey, Jazz.
Hey.
And yeah, all these receipts that she has, it did go up in front of a judge not too long ago, and the judge was like, "Yeah, you can proceed with the lawsuit." So they did the jury selection. The jury selection, they was wearing them Kardashians out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did. The Kardashians did not have to show up for jury selection. However, they did minus Rob. And one of the jurors was like, I don't think of nothing else but the sex tape when it comes to Kim Kardashian. And I don't know if I could, be unbiased because all I think about is the sex tape.
Oh my God. It ain't even that
Yeah.
deep.
So another juror was like, uh, my daughter tried to watch their show, but I feel like they're a bad influence on kids. So I completely shut that down in the beginning of the show and stuff. So
The jurors are backing out.
well, they have to ask them questions and stuff like that. You want to get somebody that is unbiased that probably don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to not get that doesn't know. At least if nothing else, you know the name. So yeah. So it could be a mixture of people trying to get out of jury duty or people just being honest, you know. One juror actually was like, I'm a fan, so I don't know if I can be unbiased.
That's definitely a biased.
Yeah.
That's definitely biased.
Right. So
I don't look too much into it. Does it look like she may win? I know she was asking for like what, like was it like 10 million or like she was asking for like something in the millions.
It's 300 million that she's suing.
Yeah, I don't think she'll get all that, but I think she may win something.
I feel like she's definitely gonna win something. They itemized how much each person in particular. I don't have the numbers, but they did itemize it, and they listed like several things. It was It was like slandered, pain and anguish, lost wages, lost potential wages.
Uh-huh.
So the show was actually the number one show on E at the time. So,
There, the
huh?
Kardashian show or Robin?
Robin Chyna.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was around the time when because the Kardashians for some years was on the decline
Mm-hmm.
in numbers, but they still had heavy influence on that network because they pretty much built that network.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So whatever they say go. And I remember back when the show did get canceled, they said the Kardashians canceled that show.
Yeah, I remember that's one of Black China's claim that Kris Jenner is the reason why it got canceled.
Right, right. So for them to have canceled the show, and then they tried to offer her like $100,000 cancellation clause or some stuff like that. It was something stupid, but she was getting paid like 92,000 an episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was just on season 1, so I'm sure she would have got an increase on season 2. You know what I mean? So
this is all Kylie's fault. If she would have just kept her hands to herself and left Tiger alone, it's all her fault.
Man.
I think Black China, yeah,
all of this is Kylie's fault.
definitely is.
And because this is the whole, in a nutshell, the background. Black Chyna was best friends with Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. And she was engaged to Tyga. They had their own little family. Everybody was cool. Tyga and Kylie started messing around when Kylie was like, 16? Mm-hmm. And it was a secret or whatever. Then next thing you know, him and Black Chyna broke up. Next thing you know, Black Chyna's not cool with the Kardashians anymore. Mm-hmm. And all this speculation is going around about him and Kylie. Of course, they didn't say it out loud until she turned 18.
Right.
They going to Paris together and all this kind of stuff. Like, ain't nobody.
So are we blaming Kylie or are we blaming Tiger?
It's both of their fault.
I'm saying because I say Kylie because Kylie's family is more affected by it. Not more affected, but like affected like in the way of like Black Chyna like taking revenge. Like, of course, Tiger's affected by it. They have a child together.
Yeah.
So he's
only so much. It's only so much that Black Chyna could do to Tiger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like we should hold Kylie in high resolves or anything, but like that's a you situation. Like that nigga knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, she's a baby.
Right. He was
one
that. Right. We're not taking away from him in the relationship. We're not taking away from that at all. He was 1,000% wrong. He was a predator. He shouldn't have messed with that little girl. However, her family knew that he shouldn't have messed with her either, and nobody stopped it. Yeah. And on top of that, nobody pulled her to the side and been like, motherfucker, are you tripping? Like, this is our friend. We don't do this to our friends. You know why? Because they do that to their friends.
I was about to say, but they do that to their friends. Yeah, this shit has come out. Everything has come out. They do that to their friends.
Yeah.
I think
their friends do that to them.
I think another person reaping that is Chloe. I think she's ripping the karma effects from like messing with like other women's men and stuff like that. I think she's
done that. Huh? She's done that because like her and Lauren London was cool. Lauren London was in her wedding, but what did she do? She went and started messing with Trey Songz. And the first time they started messing with each other was around the time that him and Lauren London was together.
And she did that with Trina and was it French?
Yeah, Trina and French Montana.
Yeah.
She did that with Trina and French Montana. They was cool with her. And the next thing you know, he done left Trina in Miami in a house and went out to California with Chloe.
Yeah.
Well, let's not fully forget that the real victim in this whole situation is Rob.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you that on a deeper level.
Like,
yeah,
know what I'm saying. Let's not forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Tiger did his shit. Kylie did her shit. Tiger did his shit. proud that you dealing with somebody who is going through depression and like already like fucked up in life because of whatever the accomplishments that his daddy made that he couldn't make. He went through full depressed mode, and the shit that was going on, Chyna decided to drop a baby on this thing.
No. Let's back up. So, he's a victim, but he's not a victim by Chyna.
I agree with you on that.
I'm not saying he's a victim by Chyna. I'm saying Chyna decided to drop a whole baby in this nigga lap.
No. She didn't drop a whole baby in this mess. No.
Yeah.
Listen to me. This is my theory, but I feel like the facts support my theory. We all know that Rob was fucked up by that family.
Yes.
We watched it. We watched it happen, right? We all know that Black Chyna was fucked up by that family. Again, we watched this shit happen. I feel like, this is my theory, I feel like Rob and Chyna got together with Todd to pull this scheme together and come up with this scheme to get back at his family because that was their arch enemy at the time. At the time when they first got together, Rob was starting to look better. He was losing weight. He was getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knew. Everybody on the outside was like, "This is a finesse by Black Chyna or whatever." But Rob was actually doing better. Then the next thing you know, they get engaged. And what trends? Angela Kardashian. The name Angela Kardashian trends because that's what she's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Even making the family even more pissed off, of course. Then she gets pregnant. She's the only one that her kid is going to actually have the Kardashian name. Ain't none of them Kardashians. So with all this being set up, I feel like Rob got lost in the sauce. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't Angela's fault. This ain't Blac Chyna's fault. This is the Kardashians' fault because Kardashians, the one that tried to fuck over everybody.
Yeah, but it's more like I think they try to blackball Blac Chyna. Also the same with that Jordan girl.
Yeah,
they tried it with her too.
Yeah, but the difference with the Jordan thing, we was already hip to their game. Mm-hmm. By the time the situation came, so Black women was like, y'all got us fucked up.
Okay.
You know? So, but the whole thing with the Blac Chyna situation was like, this shit. She's running the marathon on the finesse. You know.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
she had Rob having her back on it. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm gonna get. That's an ultimate get back right there. You know what I'm saying? And the way that they dogged their brother out, mind you, Rob went all the way to Paris to be in Kim's wedding, and they started dogging him about his appearance. He got on another plane and came back to the States because of how bad they dogged him about his appearance. Them folks, they don't treat Rob right at all. No. Being when the whole situation came with the show, because remember he eased back from the show for some years. He eased off. And then Rob and Chyna got their show, and then when their show ended, they was pretty much like, you can come back over to the Kardashian show. And that's when we started seeing him again more often on the Kardashian show. Then he started easing up again. But yeah, like that. At the end of the day, she gonna get some money out of him. Now she may not get $300, and they've already tried to settle out of court, and she was like, no. But they not gonna get the $300, but they gonna get something. And then their whole defense is, well, our brother was in an abusive relationship and we were trying to get him out of it. What does that have to do with canceling this show?
Right.
Like it has nothing to do with canceling the show. And then y'all had y'all heavy influence on it. So at the end of the day, y'all liable.
Well, if they said it like that, it kind of seems like a mission of like guilt. And like we try to do it, but like I will say, Blac Chyna was going hard on Rob though. He was doing a little too much. I don't know what it is, but she was going hard on him.
I feel like they did a little too much to each other.
It was abuse.
Yeah,
like I don't know how to abuse, but she was going hard on that man.
I feel like
the angel.
It was pure abuse.
Yeah, she is not an angel by any means.
I feel like he did that whole revenge porn situation, and then that's another thing because he was suing her for abuse, but he dropped the case like a couple weeks ago.
Did he? Okay, then that shit was abusive.
He dropped the case and backtracked and pussy popped and all that. So yeah, so it's like I feel like part of that is going to help her win this case too. And then like they tried to bring up the whole, I guess there was a situation where she wrapped the iPhone cord around his neck and then come and like we had already heard about that part, right? But
Yeah.
they tried to add that she put a gun to his head too.
What?
So
yeah, all those are actual factuals.
Yeah. What? Yeah. So she said that she said it did happen, but it was her plan. Now, what may support her claim is the fact that they filmed like 2 days later and he didn't have no marks around his neck. So that I feel like may help her claim. Cause yeah, she did it, but and then when we think about it, like Chyna ain't a big person. Like she thick, but she's short. She's like maybe 5'2". Compared to Rob. Rob is big in height and width. So
but during the whole season, you can tell Rob wasn't really defending himself. So I don't see him like really defending himself.
But if she, my point is that if she really was trying to choke him with an iPhone cord, he's not going to sit there and let her do it. He's going to stop her some type of way, and he's going to overpower her because he's bigger than her.
He's not going to do that though. But the thing is, because I don't want to dwell on this long. She's going to end up coming away with like maybe 15 to maybe $22 million. She's going to come. Yeah, she's going to come out, and that's fine if that's what you want to live with. But at the same time, I'm gonna say this, like again, I'm just gonna be an advocate of this because I'm a guy. They went through a situation where Rob was definitely getting abused, and maybe he did have a situation where he was trying to orchestrate this shit to like get back at his family, but that shit doubled back on him, and it became just abusive. I really do believe that. Like everything that y'all saying, it makes real sense. Mm-hmm. But I still do believe that, like, and at one point, it became way uncontrollable for him, and he start being abused.
Yeah, but I feel like they did things to each other though. I feel like they did things to each other.
Nah, he could only do things that would make her I guess what's the word I'm looking at? He could only do things that can make her retaliate. Retaliation is not abuse. She started abusing him.
So you feel like he was simply retaliating?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not for sure. I can't say that's what's going on, but how it looked for me, because I'm just the nigga on the outside looking in that never seen a fucking reality show. That just only hearing people say hearsay.
I'm what you're saying. I know throughout the show, I feel like they both are toxic. So like, he was more so like after a while, like the crybaby, like I need attention, like give me attention. And then she would she knows so many people in the industry, and so he would get mad about that. So then I felt like that would trigger her to a little bit, and then she would go off the fucking rails. So I think they're both toxic. They both have their thing.
Right.
They both were not right for each other. But I don't think it was a scam, but I do think they came together with a goal in mind of like, let's fuck over the same people.
Yeah, and he ended up getting fucked over more than everybody.
Yeah, but he did some fucking over too. Like when she tried to actually leave him, he put the shit on live. I don't know if y'all remember this through the house talking about how she left him. Like he was on
Yes.
this whole woe is me. The house was
I don't know.
empty.
And
See, that's what I'm
again,
talking about, like Crybaby. He was on it like
I reiterate. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I just know what I've heard from social media. I didn't watch that shit, so I don't know.
This was online. This was online, and you probably remember this part because Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce trended when this shit happened because he was going through the house and he was showing the rooms like she burnt out on him, and he was like, "Hey man, she took my barbecue sauce, my sweet baby."
You talking about the date? I don't know if he was like dropping somebody off, but when he came back, she was gone.
Yes.
I do remember that. I do remember that because not immediately after that, but like after that, the bed that he had in his room, it was a nigga in a robe, like saying that this was like his bed.
Yeah, that was at her house. That they was already done at that point.
Yeah, like, but this was still this nigga's bed.
Yeah, because
she was like, I'm sleeping in this nigga's bed. Like,
when he went through that house looked like he literally just got the keys earlier that day. Like that house was empty, and he did not. He claimed he did not know that she was gonna do it. But I feel like you coming to an end. But
I think so.
But you don't know when a motherfucker gonna go that extreme. You know when it's coming to an end, but you think y'all gonna have a conversation. You don't expect to come home to nothing.
Right. Like I don't feel like he knew it was gonna be that extreme, but he had an inkling that the shit was gonna happen.
I think so. The way they go back and forth and all this toxic stuff she was doing, all he did just kept taking her back. So it was probably one thing. So she kept saying, "I'ma leave." He's like, "Oh, okay, baby."
Right. But yeah, that Sweet Baby Ray's that trended was hilarious because he was mad over that Sweet Baby Ray. It was mad, honey. So you had that situation. Then you also have the revenge porn situation where I guess apparently part of their going back and forth was her sending that picture of the dude in his robe. Yeah, but he released everything. Like he released their text message thread, which had like inappropriate photos and all kinds of stuff in it. And he released it to the world. And then like when he did that, people was commenting on it. And T.I. had said something about that's not cool. You don't need to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then he aired T.I. out and was like, okay, you talking to me, but you and your wife paid her to have sex with y'all. And it was like, oh. So yeah, that was T.I.'s one and only time.
But at the same time, I couldn't have been T.I. because I'd have been like, nigga, at the same time, I still didn't say nothing. Bitch ass nigga, you said something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I paid that bitch to have sex with me and my wife. No, I didn't tell everybody. You did. So yeah, I can admit to it.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like some shit should be quiet. I tell. It's one thing I ain't never did, and I promise to Jehovah, I've never blasted a bitch picture out that she has ever sent me. I've never sent the video to any of my niggas with a bitch doing anything to me, and I ain't never exploited a bitch because she didn't fuck me no more because of the video she sent. All those shits is weird niggas psyches, man. Like,
yeah,
because that ain't gonna change. Like, in my mind, that's not gonna change a nigga from not fucking her. So why would you put it out there? Like you putting it out there like a motherfucker gonna be like, "Ooh, she toxic." Nah, what you doing is making a nigga say, a nigga like me especially, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, well, shit, she with the shit."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, I never understood that. Like, so every time I see niggas do that shit, I always feel like, you shooting your own self in the foot because not only is she not gonna fuck you no more. You not even gonna get no titty pics.
I don't think men care about that.
Yes, we do.
I think it's just like on to the next one. They just get another
No,
pick.
we respect. Listen, we respect the people that we with. Now, there's a difference of maybe you don't fuck with this hoe,
Okay.
and so you know what I'm saying. You send the pics, but you only send the pics of your niggas. Your niggas don't send them nowhere. They know what I'm saying. They just in there like this, that bitch shit. But we don't never blast nobody out completely because you don't never. Excuse me. You don't never want a situation where you blast somebody out and this motherfucker mean the world to you.
Well, don't be showing your friends the picture then.
The girl you care about, you don't show your friend.
Okay, that's what you mean. You show your friends.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like if you got titties in your fucking gallery from 2-3 years ago, you know you ain't never fucking this bitch no more. Yeah, that them titties went everywhere. Same way with dicks. If you got dicks in your gallery that you got from 2-3 years ago, you don't give a fuck about sharing those dicks. We don't give a fuck about sharing those titties.
Yeah, but I feel like Rob should have gave a fuck because that was his baby mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't give a fuck to where he let the world see. And it was just like, I don't know.
And again, like I said, that's the problem. You don't do that about motherfuckers that you give a fuck about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, cause you can be mad at, I can be mad at a billion motherfucking bitches. I never post any real shit that I ever did with her. I would never post that shit. Because that shit is just our shit. Now, if she decides to post some shit, then oh yeah, that's free game.
Yeah, I just think like all that posting and shit, that's just whack and lame.
Yeah, that's irrelevant. I'm not. Nobody got time for that. Because at the end of the day, you got to realize at one point y'all thought what y'all had was special. So why ruin that?
Right. And then you do it for what? Like, what's the point? So, and you just showing how butthurt you are for posting.
That's it.
So
you got no point in doing it. It's like because it's not like the motherfucker gonna go double back and start fucking you again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what's the point?
Right. So another.
If I'm single, I'm only showing bitches dick that I want to fuck.
Yeah. Right. Because why would you show it to somebody you don't want to fuck?
Exactly. Like, what are you doing? Like, y'all showing this shit to motherfuckers that y'all not never gonna be in contact with. What's the point?
Right. So another part that got brought up on the trial is these emails, because they sent a whole lot of emails amongst one another and to the people at E and all this kind of stuff to get the show canceled. So that's part of the receipts that they're dropping. One of the things that was said in the emails was from Kris Jenner. She called her ghetto, and she said drop the bitch or ditch the bitch. I think she said ditch the bitch. And she called her uneducated and ghetto.
That sounds like white lady.
Huh?
That sounds like something a white lady would say. Kris Jenner, that sounds like something white lady would say. Rich white lady.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she said instead of saying, get this nigger off of my fucking show.
That's my point. So I feel some type of way when I hear white people say ghetto, because I feel like that's a dog whistle.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like you're trying to be funny, playing in my face, because you really want to say nigger.
Yeah, because they hide behind words, and you know, and that's why I say, she's gonna get some money because y'all hide behind words, man. Y'all know what y'all wanted to say, and y'all know it was just discriminatory.
Right.
Period. Like what y'all did was discriminatory.
I bet you when they bring that up to her, I guarantee you she's gonna say, "But my grandchildren are black."
Right, of course. My boyfriend is black. My grandchildren.
I don't give a fuck about that. You know how many motherfuckers got their fucking face beat in because they said some dumb shit like my grandkids are black? I'm still beating the dog shit out of you because you called me a porch monkey while driving off, you bitch ass nigga.
Right. But this goes to further prove the point that you can fuck a black dick and still not like black people. Like that, those two things are two separate things that can still coexist.
But I've been telling people this shit for years, and when I say this disclaimer, I don't knock anybody in interracial relationships. I got family in interracial relationships that completely love each other and are doing great, and shout out to them. But I will say this: sometimes because we're so warped into this Western colonization of what a family structure is, sometimes it's a black man and a black woman living in a structure where they had children with a white woman or a black man where they're under siege. They're steadily getting compromised and talked about, and they're warping their children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we really have to be aware of that. And the Kardashians is one of those people that we see in the upfront that are having children by black men, but are totally excluding them from the black experience.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't got, because the black experience is poverty, poor, rich, and wealthy. These are the categories that black people have been through. Rich, I mean, excuse me, poor. I said this. I don't even want to say it again because at this point I'm trying to make a point. What I'm saying is, it is so many facets of what black is, and they're excluding their children from it.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off that. I think they aren't excluding them from the black experience. I think they're excluding them from the real black experience versus like what they've made up as a black experience. Because for some reason we've let the Kardashians cultivate what black culture is for so long, and so I think they're gonna give their kids black culture, but not what it's like to be like a black person. So I think they're gonna give them black culture, it's just not the actual experience of being black. I don't think they ever will know the effects of like what it is to be black.
Yeah, they're not gonna know what it is to be black because they don't know what it is to be black.
But they will have black culture. They'll definitely have that in their pocket, and they can
They'll
run
have,
with it. They are half black.
what they bleached. They'll have what they bleached and what they
Exactly.
yeah, and what they feel is black culture. And what they feel is black culture and what is black culture is two totally different
things. It's like they're these kids, like Kanye's kids, for instance.
And Kanye's talking out about it.
Yeah.
That's Kanye's talking out about it, but nobody listens to him because they think he's crazy.
Exactly.
What is he even saying?
But like
in that song Easy, he talks about that these rich ass kids and like y'all gonna go in there and eat ramen noodles. Like he talks about like this whole co-parenting thing with him. So
okay. What are you gonna say? I still feel bad for white women.
And listen, my thing is, because hold on, you said you don't feel bad for white women
who like that. I don't feel bad for black men who like look at white women and like then actually decide to co-parent and be like, and then they find out like, oh wow, the white person doesn't like or like want to introduce a black culture. Like I don't feel bad for black men who do that.
And you shouldn't. But what you should feel bad for is those black children.
Well, duh. Oh dear.
Because speaking of Kanye's kids have a warped reality that even though Kanye is going through whatever he's going through and the issues that Kanye is going through as not only a man with mental issues, a black man, because I always want to emphasize that, because there's one thing about being a white man with the issues he has. It's a whole different thing with being a black man with the issues that he has, the mental issues. His children are only going to see the bad part of Kanye. on public stage. They can have all the memories and the good times of what Kanye is, but the only thing they're going to display to us is the problems.
Right.
And it's messed up because people are going to start basing their opinions on these black children, saying they're living a black experience because their daddy has problems instead of their daddy being a billionaire. You know, it's a, and when I say it, and it always sounds funny to my white friends. I'm not even gonna lie, because I've said this before to a couple of my white friends. They're trying to base it off of Kanye being a billionaire. What it is Kanye being a black man who is absent from his kids and just happens to be a billionaire. You know, he has all the means to make sure that, you know, his kids understand and can experience the black experience, but he's pigeonholed because of his illness and because of the people he have in structure around him, including his fucking baby mama. You know, so we have to we got to look at it how it is, man. Like, it doesn't matter how much money we get. It doesn't matter how far we climb. We're still gonna be pigeonholed because we're black. It doesn't even matter how much money we have. We're still gonna
be that too, and all falls down.
Yeah, we're still gonna be pigeonholed, and our kids are still gonna be neglected on a certain level because of who they think we are.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing. And it's like, it's just unfortunate, but I mean, it is putting light on a lot of things, you know. But it's unfortunate because it's a bunch of kids that are involved in this. Going back to the case, I still feel, even with this revelation, even with her admission, I still feel that she's gonna win.
I think so.
Yeah, she's gonna get some money.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna get some money. At the end of the day, it's for how the law's been working, it really goes down to like bullying and harassment.
Yeah, and regardless on whatever idea or thought that you had to do it, you did it. You did it. And that's what we're here for. Not for why you did it. We're here for you did it.
Yeah.
You know, you stopped that girl bad. Period. Which they have done in the past to other people, or have tried to do in the past to other people. So yeah, this will be one win. You know?
I love Chyna. I mean, I don't care for either or, Blac Chyna or the Kardashians, but for the less of the two evils, for sure, I'm a black woman versus the Kardashians. I'm going with the black woman, hands down.
Oh yeah, I'm betting on everything black.
Oh yeah,
I'm rooting for everything black. You know, and then they just wrong. Like, the shit is just wrong. Like, you can have your opinion on Blac Chyna, on what she's done, hasn't done, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that this particular case, she got done dirty. So
yep.
And then they tried to bring up the whole fact of, well, they were broken up. Well, there's been other reality shows where people have broken up. Case in point, The Game and his fiance, when they did their reality show, Marrying the Game, by the end of season 1, they was broken up.
I forgot about that.
Season 2 was them co-parenting, living in 2 separate houses. And remember, the whole basis of the show was showing the process of them getting married. And then I was watching this other show where they brought up Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson when they had their reality show. They said at the end of the reality show, they had already broken up, and they were on camera talking about how they did not want to do this no more, and they could not wait till they got done with the show so they wouldn't have to be around each other no more. So you can still continue on with a reality show if you are not together. Like it has happened, it has been successful. So yeah. So yeah.
Yes. You know, everybody knows my disdain for Black China. Like I'm not gonna be in this motherfucker trying to act like I'm an advocate for Black China. I have a deep disdain for her. Um, but I've already said that, and so I'm not gonna dwell on that. Still, at the end of the day, legally wise, she was harassed out of a show, and she deserves to get money for that.
Yeah. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. All right. So that's
don't
that.
matter that she's a succubus ass bitch.
You just had that in there. I was trying to move on without you doing that. Yeah.
Her being a succubus bitch not on the stand right now.
It's not, but
You're being a succubus bitch is on the stand right now.
I'm still saying that, and that's what it is. She ran into some a succubus she couldn't fuck up.
Yep. Yeah, I think they all met. They met Black Chyna.
I think they have, cause she's the one that's willing to go toe to toe with them.
Oh yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Finesse her, meet another finesser. Scammer, meet another scammer.
Man, this is the ultimate finesse. So yeah.
I mean, she's been a scammer since the trenches. You got to think. Her mama was a scammer in the and what the strip game. So she learned her scamming from the core. So she knows how to get you at the bottom of it.
And Chris Jenner's a scammer too. Her at this church.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's money. That's money talking. Like Chyna is a person who learned how to scam broke.
Scam. They both scam.
Yeah, scamming is scamming. but broke scamming is a whole different ordeal. She know how to broke scam
you. Yeah. Yeah, either way.
Case in point, she knew how to broke scam a whole baby out of two niggas.
Yeah. Like we
not even take care of them. Like one, she got a day. The other, she got 2 days. Like, what mama did you know?
No. Time out. Dream, they alternate weeks. Yeah, they told a half truth with that. They alternate weeks with Dream. So I don't know.
They alternate weeks.
Yeah, but her and Rob alternate weeks. So yeah, that was a half
truth. The other kid though is 2 days out of the fucking week.
Huh?
So the other kid, Tiger's kid is 2 days out the week.
Far as we know, because ain't nobody came out and said otherwise. But I know the Dream is they alternate weeks with Dream. So
again, we're not saying the truth. They alternate weeks with Dream. The other kid, 2 days out of the week. Half the time out, them days I'm not even taking. Like I told you, I'm not bringing my kid to you on Sunday. And fuck you on Monday because my kid got school to go to.
Yeah.
Like let's just call a spade, man. She still deserves money because of the ordeal she went through.
Mm-hmm.
But the situation about her being a piece of shit, she's a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got to move on. Like, that's a whole that's a whole different story. So,
and no disrespect to you, Black Chyna, if you ever got on this show. In my opinion, I just feel like that's a piece of shit move because if a man had did that shit, we would be ridiculing the shit out of that dude. So let's just call it a spade.
That's the problem that like some fathers, that's their agreement. They have the kid on the weekend. Nobody says boo to that. They actually praise that because you're getting your kid every weekend. You know what I'm saying? But when the tables are reversed, like Chyna got to be a piece of shit.
If anybody excuse me, if LeBron James only had his sons for Sunday and Monday, I'll tell motherfuckers, why y'all sucking LeBron James' dick, man? Like, why are y'all doing that? Because that's some weak ass shit. Like, your kid got to know a lot about you.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid got to know a lot about growing up. Your kid just can't. And because I'm a single parent adult, I grew up with a single parent. So it is just nowhere in the world that I'm a condone a motherfucker that has every right to be there, but chooses not to.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's the double standard that we live in. Like, parents get, like, male fathers get all the respect and accolades because they have their kid every weekend. But when the tables are reversed, we're looking at the mom like, what's wrong with you? You know, where it could just simply be the tables are reversed in this situation. But we look at the mom like they don't give a fuck about their kids or something's wrong with them because, like, I guess the last resort is to give the kid to the dad full time.
And I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying, Lindsay, because sometimes that is a double-edged sword. But what you fail to realize is, and one thing that I do know for a fact, for a man, if you have weekend visitation, that means you got Friday at 6 o'clock on Friday to Sunday at 6 o'clock to pick up your kids and have your kids. She don't even got that. She got Sunday, whatever the fuck time is, on Sunday to Monday, whatever the fuck time that is. So say we doing the same thing that the government does to black men. Say she has Sunday, 6 in the evening, to Monday, 6 in the evening. Do you think I'm dropping my motherfucking son off or my daughter off to you?
Yeah, I mean,
fuck no.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying just for 12 hours. Like, I get it. Or 24 hours or whatever the case. Like, I totally understand what you're saying that you wouldn't even waste your time doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But folks be like, legit. I saw this video of this guy. He told his baby mama he had COVID. That lady came and dropped them kids off, pushed them through the window in a bedroom to drop them kids off. Like, she was not playing no games. You still gonna take care of these kids. And they was just there like, hi daddy. Like, so
that's
it's
just a bitch that want a dick appointment that told you he don't want them kids around.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody doing that shit.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I thought that was pretty extreme. Cause, like, what if he legit did have COVID? But I can see somebody also lying to get out of a weekend and be like, oh, I got COVID. So yeah. So I mean, like, I can see both ends. But
I get it. But before COVID, I wouldn't be doing that shit.
yeah.
Tiger's baby was born before COVID. You think I'll be trying to drop my kid off at 6 p.m. on a Sunday? Man, come on, man. My kid get eating dinner, about to go to bed, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally get it. But, you know, that's what it is. So, yeah. So that's that. Do we want to? Because that Johnny Depp is gonna be long. So I feel like we need to go on ahead and table that for next week. Because that's probably gonna be longer than this Black Chyna. So let's just go on ahead and move on to the top 5 Outkast songs. You want to go first?
Oh man, you want? Okay, listen. This is just a pre-list. Okay, so I'll do my top 5, and then I'll do um a couple honorable mentions. I'll let you go to your shit, and then I will like dump on a bunch of songs that should be on this, but we only got 5.
Okay.
All right. Shit. So the first song I'm gonna say is Rosa Parks.
Okay.
The second song I'm gonna say is So Fresh, So Clean. Third song I'm gonna say AT Aliens. The fourth song I'm gonna say Elevators. The fifth song I'm gonna say Bombs Over Baghdad.
Oh gosh. All right.
I'm trying to get. I'm trying to say this as fast as I can, so I won't get into why I like them.
Okay.
My honorable mention is Call the Law. And Alpha Quemini.
Okay.
And my second honorable mention, I didn't even put it on here, but I'm gonna say this because I just think this was hard because this gave us the entryway to Killer Mike snapping and trapping.
Okay. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these are my honorable mention. Get Up and Get Out.
Of course, Outkast fucking feature.
Huh?
Outkast feature. I got you.
No, that's not an Outkast feature.
Get Up, Get Out, and Get Some. That's Goody Mob featuring Outkast, right?
Oh no. That is Outkast featuring Goody Mob. That's on their first album.
Okay.
Yeah. Bombs Over Baghdad and Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day is fucking legitimate.
Okay, like that motherfucker go. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. So
Every day the 14th.
Right. So these are my top 5. Elevators.
Okay.
Gangsta Shit.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I got that wrote down too.
Yeah. We Love These Hoes.
That is that's another one of them. Okay.
Yeah. Spotty Oppy Dopalicious. I'm sure I butchered that, but and then my all-time favorite is Screw It on the Barbie.
Oh, Screw It on the Barbie is so dope.
Yeah.
I got Screw It on the Barbie over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my top 5.
Okay. This is so hard because I had to realize, like, when you gave me this topic, and I'm gonna tell everybody right now, so you don't know I ain't bullshit. I always knew I was an Outkast fan. I did not know I stand for Outkast like I do. There's so many Outkast songs that I know word for word.
Mm-hmm.
That it was my top 5 was strictly because Billboard hits, because I couldn't. I just couldn't think of just a regular top 5 that are in mind, because like an honorable mention is Jazzy Bell, Two Dope Boys in the Cadillac, In Your Dreams, PJ and Rooster, Prototype, the Art of Storytelling, Players Anthem, I Call Before I Come.
Yes.
Explosion. Be Real and Outkast is so fucking hard.
I don't think I know that one.
Oh man, you gotta do it. Humble Mumble.
Yes. Oh my God, Humble Mumble. I was looking at that and I was just like, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off. That was
the
hard.
whole world.
Yeah. Yes.
Idlewild Blues, The Train, The Way You Move, Morris Brown.
Yeah.
It's so many. I have so many classics on here.
Yeah.
It's like I realized I was a complete fucking fan of Outkast when you gave me the top 5. I'm like, shit, I can't name just 5.
Right. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard. That's why I was like, I gotta sit with this. So we're gonna postpone it. Like this, that ain't fair for me to just do that one off the fly. And it's so crazy because, like, I mean, of course, everybody was Outkast fans, but I didn't really get real into my fandom with them until Stankonia. Like Stankonia did it for me. And it's so crazy because I have an Outkast tattoo and it came from shit. It came from the actual CD of AT Aliens. Like the actual CD. So actually, let me pull it up. I'm not gonna pull up my tattoo, but I'll pull up the picture it came from. So hold on. Let me find it.
I don't think I was. From what I know, I was a full Outkast fan after with Aquemini, I knew I was.
Aquemini?
AT Aliens, I knew they was cold, but Aquemini,
yeah,
I just knew I was a fan. It's like probably like maybe 11:30 to we did the webcast. I was like, I gotta listen to these Outkast songs so I can make sure. And I'm word for word singing the shit out of this shit. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm a real fucking fan. Like I didn't know I was really that much of a fan.
Right. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it up. Share.
You gotta get on The Way You Move. You gotta, oh man, you gotta wait.
Oh shoot. Hold on. Okay. Okay, you see it?
No.
Yeah. You can't see it?
Nah. Okay. Here you go.
Oh, there you go.
I think I'm doing. Okay. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of lagging. I'm doing a bit too much on this computer. But you see it?
Yep.
Yep. So I have that tattoo. Well, I have part of it. Well, I added to it. But yeah. So I'm a fan. But yeah, I didn't really get into that with them until Stankonia. So, because and then this is the crazy part about Stankonia is that when Stankonia came out, is when I was driving and my car had beat in it. So I used to like the gangster shit song, the We Love These Whole songs. That hits to me personally because I used to play them songs at the highest level of volume I had. And they used to knock so hard. So hard. So yeah.
They were so ahead of their time.
Yeah.
From these fake eyes to these fake nails to this fake hair.
Yeah. And then that The spotty delicious. That mug is just, it's so hard. They don't even rap on that mug.
Spotty yaddy yaddy yaddy. Hey, that is hard.
Yeah.
Everything about that shit is dope. You got it.
Yeah.
You know, because I get on I fully embrace, like, I think I said this in on this podcast before. I fully embrace Big Boy becoming the lyricist that he became. At the same time, I love the artistry that Andre 3000 came out with, because like Dracula's Wedding, Spread, Roses, like all these, Pretty Pink.
Yeah. We talked about that song before on here.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, man, he set himself apart for years. Like, it's one thing to like make an album that people like enjoy. It's another thing to make an album that people really feel like they can't fuck with.
Yeah.
Like, they made an album that people really feel like they can't fuck with. They don't want to sample a song from it or do anything. They scared to fuck with it. That's how good it was.
Right. Because they've made albums plural like that. Like you really can't fuck with that. You fuck with a lot of they stuff, you know, and you're gonna get clowned up out the room if you try.
Yeah.
Like it got to be somebody that's been solidified for some years, had a cosign and a feature from Outkast themselves for you to try to sample that shit, like for it to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way.
Yeah. I be looking at it like, damn, like I never knew I was this hard of a fan.
Right. Because I felt like we didn't put them on that big of a pedestal like we should have when they were active. You know what I'm saying? Like they were there and we liked them. We sung along with their shit, but we did not appreciate them like we should have. We didn't it's like something like we didn't realize what we had until they no longer was active.
Right.
You know, because I remember living in the world of Outkast putting out new albums and stuff. And I'm sure they was the kings of Atlanta, but we're in the Midwest, so we loved them here. Don't get me wrong, we definitely love them here, but I think like the Midwest probably gravitated to other things. Not that I know. We gravitated to other things. Because we are West Coast heavy here.
Yeah.
So like we like the South for their 808s, especially when you got beat. You know, but to actually like realize what they were talking about and stuff like that, I don't think we really stand for them.
Yeah, we definitely are doing them a great disservice, because I was even thinking about like two of my honorable mentions is like Cool Breeze, Watch for the Hook, and like Slim Got Home, It's Okay.
Mm-hmm.
These are like tracks that Outkast destroyed.
Right. And then like that one song they did with Mystical for that soundtrack, that was good too.
I forgot about that. That's hard.
Yeah. But when we get to getting into them features, that's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
Right. So that's Outkast. I feel like we need to talk more about them. Just like a appreciation episode, perhaps. But Jazz, did you have any favorite Outkast songs?
course, Bombs Over Baghdad. Where's that song? That Roses song.
Oh, Rosa Parks.
No, Roses with the roses. Like
Oh,
that roses really smell like
roses really smell like booze.
I like that song. I feel like I'm missing a couple other ones.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing probably a couple ones you guys said, but yeah, not too much. Him though, been listening to him all day, rapping all the songs.
Yeah.
The whole concert over here.
Yeah.
I know songs.
I know songs.
I know songs.
Right. Outkast is dope, you know. Yeah. I just feel like we should definitely do like an appreciation show. An Outkast appreciation show.
Oh yeah.
So all right. So now the fucked up song of the week. So the fucked up song of the week is coming to us from the Far Side. Yeah. And it's called Passing Me By. Now this song is a song that came out in 1992. Now prior to me sending you the topics or whatever, had you ever heard of this song?
Of course.
Okay. Were you a fan?
Yes.
Okay.
I fuck with the Far Side.
Okay. Yeah. I like them. I used to watch this video often back then. So yeah. So because of YouTube restrictions, we are no longer able to play the songs on the video. So yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the audio for the audio portion, and we'll just mute the video. So just one moment. I'll do this.
I'm sorry. I'm watching. Before we get on this shit, I'm watching Real Housewives of New Jersey. And so I gotta ask Jasmine a question. Is this lady right here who just got like? Is she like a full lesbian, or she just lying?
No, she's full lesbian. You seen her in that makeup? All that makeup.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, she is full. I am going to suck a pussy.
No,
like her hands are bigger than mine. Like,
wait, which Housewives are you watching?
New Jersey. It's the sister Rosie, the lesbian sister.
Oh, Rosie.
Rosie.
Yeah, I like me some Rosie, but they had her in full makeup and Troy.
I'm just now watching it, so I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm like,
watching. That's from seasons ago. Rosie ain't been on there in years.
You said what?
She said Rosie ain't been on there in years. I'm
just now starting to watch the show.
Yeah, she just now watching the show. I'm just like, shit. I'm like, this lady is a full fledged. Like, you said what? What was going on with the Bobby Brown chin? Like, what the fuck was that?
No, I was just doing that because it looked like I was talking sideways. So I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, she full Rocky Balboa, man.
She is Rocky Balboa.
No, so did y'all start from the beginning?
I don't know where she started from. I just know I'm looking at it now. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I started from the beginning. I'm on season 6 now.
Oh yeah, she said she started from the beginning. She on season 6.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have any questions, let me know because
oh my god, I have someone to talk to about this. Because Churches
yeah,
make fun
that's
of
my
it. This
favorite
shit
one.
great. White woman fight is great.
Yeah, that's my favorite one out of all of them.
It's
Even
good.
yeah,
Yeah, we have to talk about it.
yeah.
Maybe on the
Okay,
show. It's good.
yeah, it's real good. Okay, so I'm about to play this song, so the video will have a minute of silence.
Gosh. Don't want to disrespect anybody that's listening on the regular podcast, but we can't play it on YouTube no more. So Lindsay is rocking out to it. I am just knowing the lyrics, and I'm gonna go off the cuff of how she says the lyrics, and we're gonna go about that way.
Okay. All right. So, verse 1. Now in my younger days, I used to sport a shag. When I went to school, I carried lunch in my bag with an apple for my teacher because I knew I'd get a kiss. Always got mad when the class was dismissed. But when it was in session, I always had a question. I would raise my hand to make her stagger to my desk and help me with my problem. It was never much, just a trick to smell the scent and try to sneak a touch. Oh, how I wish I could hold her hand and give her a hug. She was married to the man. He was a thug. His name was Lee. He drove a Z. He picked her up from school promptly at 3 o'clock. I was on her jock. Yes, indeedly. I wrote graffiti on the bus. First, I write her name, then carve a plus. With my name last on the looking glass. I seen her yesterday, but still I had to let her pass. And then the chorus. She keeps on passing me by. So,
She keeps on passing me by.
passing me by.
She keeps on passing me by.
So verse 2. Um, when I dream of fairy tales, I think of me and Shelly. She's my type of hype, and I can't stand when brothers tell me that I should quit chasing and look for something better. But the smile that she shows makes me a go getter. I haven't gone as far as asking if I could get with her. I just play it by ear and hope she gets the picture. I'm shooting for her heart, got my finger on the trigger. She could be my bride and I could be her nigga. but all I can do was stare. Back as kids, we used to kiss when we played Truth or Dare. Now she's more sophisticated, highly educated, not at all overrated. I think I need a prayer. I get or to get in her book, and it looks rather dry. I guess a twinkle in her eye is just a twinkle in her eye. Although she's crazy stepping, I'll try to stop her stride, 'cause I won't have no more of this passing me by. Then verse 3. Time for me to voice my opinion. Can't be pretending she didn't have me. Sprung like a chicken, chasing my tail like a doggy. She was kind of like a star, thinking I was like a fan. Damn, she looked good. Downside, she had a man. He was a Rudy Tooty nincompoop. He was a Rudy to a nincompoop. She told me soon your little birdie's gonna fly the coop. She was a fake like corn, and I was born not to understand. By letting her pass, I had proved to be a better man. And then the chorus again. Then verse 4. Now there she goes again, the dopest Ethiopian. And now the world around me begins moving in. Slow motion whenever she happens to pass by. When does that apple of my eye overlook and disregard my feelings no matter how much I try? Wait, no, I did not really pursue my little princess with persistence. And I was so low key that she was unaware of my existence. From a distance, I desired her, secretly admired her, wired her a letter to get her, and it went, my dear, my dear, my dear, you do not know me, but I know you very well. And I let
Yeah. Yeah.
where I know you very well. Now let me tell you about the feelings I have for you. When I try when I try or make some sort of attempt, I simp. Damn, I wish I wasn't such a wimp. Cause then I will let you know that I love you so. And if I was your man, then I would be true. The only lying I would do is in the bed with you. Then I signed, sincerely the one who loves you dearly. P.S. Love me tender. The letter came back 3 days later, returned to sender. Damn. Then the chorus.
She keeps on passing me by.
Missing me by.
She keeps on passing me by.
All right. So, what do you think of "Passing Me by the Far Side"?
It's so much of a fucked up song because, like, listen, we've never heard a love letter to a teacher so tough before.
Facts.
You know, a lot of people don't realize um um I realized that shit a long time ago, but a lot of people don't realize that this song is dedicated to a crush, a teacher crush they have. If you listen to the lyrics, that's a teacher that they're talking to.
Yeah. I thought they were just talking to the teacher in the first verse.
And the whole song is about a teacher.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because if you think about it, they were children and they were saying you got this grown man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this what it was. It was kids trying to express their love for a fucking school teacher crush. That's what makes the song authentic to me.
Yeah. And that was like their biggest hit. And they wrote it so beautifully. It sounds like a one big old poem that I just read.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I was like kind of shocked on. Cause of course I've been knowing the song since 92, but excuse me. But I never sat down and read the lyrics until just now, and I'm like, this really does sound like a one big old poem.
Right.
You know?
What's so crazy is just imagine, especially in they and their school system, these niggas like 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
That intern or not that intern, but that substitute teacher ain't nothing but 23, 24.
Right. So they waited a couple more months.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, they were putting pound game on teachers back then. Like, the thing that's crazy is we watched that shit go to total opposite living in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we watched you know, teachers become predators and pedophiles.
Right. And go to jail behind that shit.
Yeah, and go to jail behind that shit. But I mean, if you keep it realistic, like even back then, like how the programs was, um, you could be going to school to be an architect and like be a substitute teacher for 2 years and automatically boost your degree up.
Mm-hmm.
So you got these 23, 24-year-old women um, around these 17, 18-year-old dudes that were kicking games like this.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like you gotta respect the far side for like keeping it respectable how they did, because they could have talked about how they wanted to fuck the school teacher, but they didn't. They just kept it real respectable.
Yeah, and they were in love, so it wasn't just
No, he was in love. They wasn't in love. He was.
He
Or
was.
they were. Yeah, you're right. They were.
Okay. Yeah. So so I mean it could have went there. It could have definitely went there.
And it probably did.
Yeah, maybe the rough draft did. And they was like, got to pull back a little
Yeah,
bit.
we ain't gonna tell how we plugged the shit out this 23-year-old lady.
Right. And she was with it. But
she was with that shit. She was tired of it. You gotta think from 17, 18, 24, 25, all them niggas was living the same life. They probably knew the bitch ass nigga she was fucking with.
Probably from the same neighborhood and everything.
Right. They knew they can fuck down on this lady.
Yeah.
And so they just wrote a song about it.
Right. Like here you go.
And it was beautiful. Like it was a fucked up song, but for real, the song is about a student in love with a teacher.
Yeah. See, I always took it as them just getting shot down.
I always knew it was a student being in love with a teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, you learn something new every day, I guess. Yeah.
To me, that's just my opinion. They can tell me some a totally different thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I grew up, shit, I was in love with a teacher. I knew a substitute teacher that was fine as fuck when I was in high school.
You didn't have that. I didn't have no teachers I looked twice at.
Oh nah, Miss Hudson was fine, and her husband died in that flood that happened on Brush Creek.
Oh, really?
But she was fine as hell. And like we wanted to heal her, make her feel safe. You know, we was all messed up that what happened to her, but we wanted to heal her by putting something warm in her vagina. Right? Shout out to Miss Hudson, but I'm gonna just keep it 100.
Oh God! All right, Lord have mercy. All right, so that was the fucked up song, "The Far Side Passing Me By." Yeah, you have Jerry's final thoughts for us.
Oh shit! All right, let me think. No, I don't really have no Jerry final thoughts for this evening. I do want to say that I want people to subscribe more into staying out of people's business. I think we have gotten to a world of social media where everything is so much available to us. We have our opinions, and of course, we're a show that strictly deals off our opinions. There, you know, some things are facts, but some things are what we state as an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we don't need to know everything. And I think that's what the world needs to understand, that we don't need to know everybody's business.
Yeah.
You know, certain things need to be private. Even when we know about certain things, we as human beings need to understand that we need to back off and let that shit be private between that family. And my Jerry's final thought would be if it if it doesn't directly affect you, stay clear away. Stay clear away from that. Don't have an opinion about it. Don't have an issue about it unless those people their self open up about it, because that's the only reason why where it would make more sense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I can't say that I disagree. I definitely agree with that. Um, but yeah, so we definitely have another case that we need to talk about that we are most definitely going to talk about next week.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that we might. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we will be talking about Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. So tune in to episode 44. This was episode 43. And this is the Ish We Talk. And we will see you.
Exactly.
Bye.